It's the typical beginning of the show flick of the hair behind the ear. I don't know why I just don't shave it off. No, I will not say I don't know why I'm just going to shave it off because I know that will give the powers to be at Balls to Cancer ideas. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Thursday night's edition of Ask Auntie Dee with me, Ask Auntie Dee. This is where I've got an itch. It's not awful when you just get an itch, when you just go live and you get an itch. What can I say? First of all, I knew that straight away within about 2 seconds. Fundraiser. I'll just get rid of that bit. So, as per usual, I am just waiting for this tablet of terror, which is a tablet of terror, to burst into life. I was just waiting for myself to burst into life, never mind the tablet of terror. Just give you a little bit word of a warning. Any moment now, that's why I was a tiny bit late coming on, because any moment now, I should have a boy child fly through the front door with his friends. Even though he knows what I do on a Thursday, they're on the way back here, so I've had to warn him, keep quiet. Right, why is this not coming up now? Oh, good evening, Elaine. How are you, my darling? This is like the bit at the beginning, isn't it? Well, it's always a bit at the beginning. The reception and Wi-Fi is absolutely awful because it's raining. What can I say? We get a tiny little bit of rain and everything goes to pot. Oh, let's see. Oh, there we are. Let me share it now then. Right, post. Oh, I've got a little bit of a confession to make. Right, there we go. I've got that gone. I've got that done. So that's sharing now, I think. You shared this post. So I did. Hasn't it been one of them weeks, guys? Honest to God. Our beautiful little children have gone back to school. Yay. Don't think I could cope much longer with him in the house, to be fair. This is really bugging me now. Why does everything have to stop with weather? Sun shining, it's too hot. It rains, it's too wet. It snows. The whole world. Oh, here we are. There we are right now. Yeah, I've got it. See, that's the format I know and love. I hate change. Absolutely hate change. So there you go. Let's pop on now. We've got Elaine in. Hi, Elaine. How are you, my darling? My little Chet. Oh, there might be a Chet coming through here as well, to be fair. Because one of Gerard's friends is called Chet. Yeah, they've just took themselves off because apparently I fell asleep. I fell asleep and had a little bit of a long nap. So he had to take himself off to McDonald's to feed himself. Bad mum, bad mum. Well, hey ho, at least he's eating. We've got Matt Eggleston on. Hello, Matt, who's a newly proud uncle. Because the Balls to Cancer ambassador, Thomas and Charlotte have had a little baby boy and he's so gorgeous. So more congratulations to you, Matt. What can I say? It's an amazing feeling, isn't it? It really is. Maggie Tate, all right, bird. How are you? I don't see you very often on my lives. But first time for everything, eh? It's probably when people are just so fed up with me anyway. It's like, I'll tell you something, we'll just pop on the live. Oh, the lovely Will. Mama D, love you. Message me when you're free. Message you when you're free. I've got about 1 million messages. Message me when you're free. I only went for a little power nap and I woke up to about 7 missed calls and loads of messages. But I'll get there in the end. We've got the lovely Joyce Rumney in. Hiya, Joyce. How are you? And I've just noticed my favourite policeman from down south is watching as well, Mr. James Arnold. How are you, my darling? I missed your mum yesterday. I saw Rob, who's come over to lovely sunny Birmingham. It's tipping it down. from the beautiful Benidorm. What can I say? But yeah, so hope you're all staying safe. And me gorgeous Julian, who's popped in from the US of A. Make it do what it is and do what it does. I always do, Julian. I always do. Well, I think I do. So yes, so there you go. Our beautiful children are back to school. Talking of beautiful children, there's the gorgeous Isabel. She's in now. Hello, beautiful. Give me a little wave. See, I'm getting to know all these emoji things because I'm a bit rubbish at emojis. I'm a bit rubbish at everything, to be fair. But emojis is a little bit on the young people side apparently, and I don't have to worry myself about it. That's according to the children. Queenie, me long time friend, sending me loads of little love hearts. How are you, Queenie? We still need to get that cherry bee down our next sweetheart. I had half a bottle of it at the weekend, and oh my God, absolutely knocked me for six. That's because I'm not a hardcore drinker anymore. We need to get back into the swing of this drinking business. Talking of which, have you got your tickets for the Balls to Cancer Christmas Ball? It's the 26th of November at Grand Station. Have I got that right? Grand Station. See, everything's grand, and I keep getting confused in Wolverhampton. It's going to be absolutely amazing, a fantastic night. We've got some really special VIP guests. Yes, it's me. I'm talking about me. And a few others thrown in. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic night. And again, it's raising funds for the amazing Balls to Cancer. Now breathe, Dee. Speak and breathe. I got my gorgeous Jay Stewart in. All right, Bab. How are you? I do need to start practicing my routines for the night. It will be absolutely, it's just going to be hilarious because obviously we had another headline act added to the flyer the other day. A throwback for all us ones. Boy band 911. Calm down, viewers. I know. So it's going to be an absolute amazing night because we've got 911. I had to open it in case it knocked because when I asked you to open it, you disappeared. So I thought, hello. True life form, I told you. Anything can happen on an Ask Auntie Dee live. So obviously I've just gone and left the door open because I didn't want to have to leave you beautiful people, did I, to go and open the door to let my son and his mates in. So talking of which, I am here on my own. Well, I'm not, because you've just heard me talking to someone. But, I mean, I'm here on my Ask Auntie Dee on my own because our Madge is currently at an airport in Spain. She's on her way home. Time of life. I need one of them fans. I know I've got loads of fans, but I need like one of them great big massive ones. I might have to talk to Will because just have someone stand over me while I'm doing me live just to fan me. And I think that's possibly a time of life as well. But hey ho, time will soon tell. Try and think. See, Chrissy makes me laugh. She said, I tried to send you a love sign, but it didn't work. So she deleted her comment. See, this is what I mean. It's like new technology, man. I'm absolutely awful. But Balls to Cancer, if you can keep popping the link up in the chat bar, please, as we go along. So, like, for people who are joining late, which is normally, the Balls to Cancer male football team, they pop on as and when they want. Jay, I'm very impressed with you because you're always early. Because the rest of them, apparently, they sometimes just don't turn up at all. What can I say? Another little beauty in, gorgeous Jean Bakes. How are you? Look so smart in your uniform today. It's great, isn't it, when you see all these pictures of first day of school? First day of school is amazing. Now, if your kids are anything like my kid, the second day of school, it looks like he's been in the uniform for about a month. Honest to God, he's absolutely just, well, he's my child, isn't he? What more can I say? So I loved seeing all these amazing back to school photos. Well, I didn't really, because everyone's child seemed to go back on Monday, and I felt like someone had it in for me because mine didn't go back until Tuesday. But there you go, just my bloody luck. So Maggie and her knitting needles. She's been busy knitting for her new grandson. Oh, congratulations to you as well, Maggie. I'm way too young to be a nan. That's what I keep telling my kids. Way too young. But then again, I'm thinking, what's the right age? It's him. Let's see if he can come in quiet. Let's see if we'll get a sneaky appearance from him. Probably won't, to be fair, but Stevie Whitfield, you're in as well. How are you, my darling? Yeah, this off. Come give mummy a kiss. Look, Lily. You alright, Che? Oh, see, Chet is another Chet. I told you, my son's got a friend called Chet. And there's little Rayon. No kiss, G.
Not today.
No, not today. He's completely abandoned me today. See if his friends weren't here to give me a kiss. Little git. So let's catch up with some of these messages. Elaine, I'm really sorry to hear that. Elaine's neighbour's passed away today. So it's still really kind of like, you know, you've still got to sort of have your wits about you, and obviously, you know, restrictions and everything have been lifted, and this, that, and the other. But you know, there's still something out there, people. There's still something out there. So as Julian says, just do what you got to do. Well, he says something like that anyway, but in an American style. But it's still about being careful. You got to just be careful and look after yourself, and obviously look after others as well. Queenie Conway, what can I say? Oh, it is bliss being a complete and utter diva. I don't think I've got a diva in me, to be fair. I don't think I could be classed as a diva, Mr. Conway. But talking of bloody divas, I've had a message from our Teresa Brazil. Bless her, she sent me a message today to say sorry she couldn't be on the live. See, that's how amazing it is, isn't it? Is that I've actually got people messaging me. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't come on the live, but I'll catch you. She's collecting an award. I'd love to know what award Teresa Brazil is collecting today. Jean, they didn't choose a bad picture of you. You looked absolutely amazing in your picture. But sometimes, as a parent, we have to pick bad pictures of our children just to let them know that there's a whole social media world out there. So basically, piss me off, and I'm posting all your bad pictures. But I know you'd never do that to your parents, Jean Bates, because you are beautiful and you are amazing. And it wasn't a bad picture. Oh, Amina. Hi, we've got Amina on here. You went to school with Queenie. Oh, she went to school with my Alison Lavelle. You can tell that's senior school because I went to junior school with her. Hi, back to you. She's fat. Let's talk. A support group. Oh, bless. So you and your mum had cancer and then you lost your dad. Oh, my God, Amina, I'm so sorry to hear that. And this, again, is what we've been saying. It's kind of like cancer does not discriminate. It just doesn't discriminate at all. And then, of course, obviously, you know, we lost the beautiful Sarah Harding, didn't we, earlier on in the week through breast cancer. And I think this is what makes this group and this charity so amazing. It's, you know, they're there to support anybody at all, male, female, you know. I was trying to think what the other one is, but obviously it's just male, female, isn't that? You know, in this pan world that we're now living in. Queenie Conway will probably start listing them all in the chat bar. But yeah, it definitely doesn't discriminate, and there's. It's just kind of like it just seems to be on the increase. It's, you know, when you hear about things, it's like, you know, what have we just gone through? We've just gone through, you know, COVID, and we've gone through this pandemic, and, you know, things supposedly seem to be getting better. But the one thing that is on the rise is the amount of people now that are being diagnosed with cancer. And it's absolutely, it's heartbreaking. It really, really is heartbreaking. Oh, I've got Aaron Johnson on. I love you, Aaron. And I can't wait to come and see you. I really can't. Charlie Strong as well. Hello, stranger. How are you? Oh, so she was in St. Patrick's. But you see, that's me, isn't it? It's like, it's one of them. I love, oh, I miss my school. We've got Georgina Marie on. 32 years old, breast cancer, 5 weeks post-surgery, but they got it all out. Still some treatment to go, but wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. Well, Georgina, honestly, you know, from myself and from everyone here at Balls to Cancer, you know, fingers crossed. We wish you, you know, all the best, and we just hope for the best. And it's kind of like, yeah, you kind of wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't personally anyway. It's not something that I would wish on anybody at all. Not at all. Not at all. Andy, that's NTA. Are the NTAs tonight? Teresa Brazil wouldn't be picking up a blinking NTA, would she? Oh dear, Charlie's not good. She had emergency surgery about 6 weeks ago. You're really going through it, aren't you, Charlie? Honest to God. But in line with what we've discussed, well, we've discussed millions of things, because like I said to you all last week, I'm the worst person in the world, aren't I? Because I just absolutely just crack on and chat about 6 million subjects in the course of about 2 minutes. But if we can say as well that now Balls to Cancer have now launched their own cancer support group, and it's every Monday, and it's 10 till 2, and it's at Roseville Methodist Church. That's early, but because I don't normally do it, do I, until the end of the show, so I'm treating you all to an intake of breath. Yes, so don't forget Balls to Cancer. And oh my God, if you follow Balls to Cancer on Facebook, did you see the pictures of all them cakes? Now, I am a cake obsessive. I just love cake, as you can probably tell. But them cakes, oh my God. So fingers crossed, you know what I mean? It's like, this support group is every Monday. It's 10 till 2. I can hear them banging upstairs after the promise to be quiet, but it doesn't matter. Fingers crossed I'll be able to pop along. There's some flyers, you know, just even if you just want to chat, do you know what I mean? And if you know, even if you're not going through it yourself, or you know someone who is, just pop along. Just pop along, and there's going to be someone there who you can talk to. I don't know what to do now. I'm looking from this tab. It's gone really busy in here, like comment-wise tonight. Is it keeping me on my toes? You're trying to keep me awake, aren't you? Because I let slip. I had to nip out today. Just half an hour. Is it ever really just half an hour with me? And I came home and I went up to bed and had a nap. But that nap turned into me getting up just probably about 6:30. So I thought, oh my God, my hair was wrecked. You know when you get really bad bedhead. So I got made a cup of tea, but it's gone a little bit cold now, but I'm still going to drink it because I can't waste tea. Yeah, so I've had a power nap. So much to my sort of, I don't even know what the word is. I'll probably be bloody awake all night now. You know, one of them ones. I wouldn't even say it was a power nap, just a nap. I could have done with it longer, to be fair. So there you go. Oh, we've got the beautiful Michelle Dawes. Oh, Michelle, no. She had some bad news yesterday. Her brain tumour is back, and she has to start radiotherapy next week. Oh, Michelle, honest to goodness, it's like, you know what I mean? It's one of them, isn't it? In truth, the way it just never rains, but it absolutely bloody pours. Well, like you said, you know, I hope you know that, you know, if there's anything at all that myself or the amazing people at Balls to Cancer can do to support you or anything, just let us know. Might even try and get you some of them amazing cakes. 1 minute, where are you going? Oh, okay. He's going nowhere. he's going nowhere. Yes, so you know what it is, a cuppa and a chat. You can't beat a cuppa and a chat, can you? We've got Adrian Rowan watching. Hello, Adrian. Adrian and Dawn. Absolutely love them. Massive supporters of Balls to Cancer. And I just can't wait to see everybody. It seems like it's been forever, doesn't it? It really does. Marcus said he doesn't know what this bedhead is you're talking about. You wouldn't, you're bald. It's one of them when you just actually put your head on the pillow and then you wake up. I don't know, it's mirrored image in it, and your hair's like all like that, and you think, how is it like that? I've only been asleep for like 10 seconds. But yeah, bedhead is a real thing, Mr. Bates, and it's awful. And no, Stevie Whitfield, it's not a nana nap. I am way too young for a nana nap. So there you go. Did I tell you that Madge is? I probably didn't I? Madge is on an aeroplane. Hello, Leslie. How are you, gorgeous? How are you? Oh God, it is so warm. I do honestly. I need to have a word with my people. I think my people need to invest in one of them like fine figures that stands there and just fans me for a whole hour, especially when I have one of them flushy moments. When we have a special guest on, what can I say? So let me have a flick through now. I've missed loads, and I always do this, don't I? Catherine, God bless her, she's still eating the cakes now. Jealous not. But yeah. Cake. The way to Dee's heart is through cake and tea. What can I say? I'm joking. I'm only joking. So, Chris Hillman. Hello, Chris. How are you? You're watching. See, there's a lot of people here now, and they're watching. See, you're watchers. You're going to be wary of the watchers that just sit there. But my tablet tells me that who's watching, you see, but my laptop doesn't. So there you go. It will be freezing next week, and I can't wait for it to be freezing. But then again, I'll probably still be flushing. I will probably still be flushing. Yes, Diane says, we never got a chance to have a cuppa today because we ran out of time because of Dee's chatting. I kind of can't help myself. I'd be one of them. I'd be the worst person, actually. Imagine if, like, I had to work on an appointment basis. I'd probably only have to be able to fit like one person in. I'd only be able to fit one person in like a day. Because yes, I am prone to having a good old chat. Can't help myself. I even sit there and talk to myself sometimes because I have to, because no one listens to me anyway. Pencil me in, Gaffer, and cake and tea in about 3 years' time. Oh, I know, I am really bad. And I wouldn't mind. I've got a diary, you know. I went through years of my life without having a diary. And, oh, God, I mean, Joy will know this because the pain of not having a diary, because I thought I can keep it all in my head. No, you can't keep it all in your head, Dee. Because I used to get messages basically saying, oh, don't forget we're here tomorrow. Don't forget. And I'm like, oh, I haven't. Then I'll be like, oh, my God. So then it's last minute. I'm everything last minute. I cannot plan ahead to save my life. I am the worst person in the world, as a lot of you know. So, yeah, I'm very, very last minute. But I've got a couple of diaries here somewhere. I mean, I got one last year. I mean, you know, sod's law, isn't it? It's like, it's empty, apart from Thursday. Ask Auntie Dee. Yes, the last year's diary worked well. So I bought one for this year. I do write in it. I just got to find it somewhere. It's somewhere around the house. We've got the lovely Leah in. Hello, Leah. How are you? Beautiful. Don't know what to call you now, Leah. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. I'll just call you Leah. Like I said, I've got a calendar there as well. I've got a calendar right in front of me, and I even buy one of them calendars with like a line that you can write on, but I won't write on it because it's my Liverpool calendar. And because it's September, it is September, isn't it? Because obviously I went into the chemist yesterday and I made a bit of an idiot out of myself, to be fair, because I was in the chemist and I was getting like a prescription. And I said to the lady, I said, what's the date? You know, where you have to fill the date in on the back of the prescription. And she's like, the 8th. And I went, oh, okay then. So I started to write the date. And I'm like, oh my God, look, it's the 8th of the 8th. And she kind of looked at me. She was like, no, it's not. And I'm like, what do you mean? I said, you said it was the 8th. And she's like, no, it's the 8th of September, which is the 9th. So I thought, oh, great. Do you know what I mean? I even embarrassed myself in the chemist. But, you know, hey-ho, wouldn't have it any other way. See, this is it. We can't call her Leah, the Tesco champion anymore. But what we have to call her, which is kind of a bit, I don't know, Leah, the Undertaker. So we're just going to have to, she used to be a Tesco community champion. And now she's Leah, the Undertaker. What can I say? I do love you, Leah. Honestly, I really do. Well, guys, I'm going to take a deep breath in and a swig of the cup of tea. And I'll tell you why. Because tonight's very, very special guest has just popped into the studio. So I would like to give a big warm Ask Auntie Dee welcome to Mr. Scott Kyle. Hello,
Hey.
you spiky hair.
Hello.
We were just having a conversation, Scott, about, do you know what bedhead is?
Yes, look, I'm showing you on display here.
See, have you only just woken up as well?
No, I'm only joking. Believe it or not, I'm actually delivering a drama workshop just now. One of the other teachers couldn't make it tonight. They've drafted me in. So I've got about 20 kids downstairs doing drama with my assistant at the moment because I had to leave the class to speak to you guys. So I've just been doing some drama games in the class. That's why I'm a bit messed up in the hair. So.
Well, first of all, can I just say a massive, massive thank you for agreeing to pop on here today, just to have a little chat.
No worries. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, God, you're so welcome. Now, you saying that about, like, obviously about, you know, the young people downstairs. Is this to do, because you actually set up, didn't you? You set up, was it like, kind of like a college or a school for children who want to follow acting?
Well, a couple of things. So when I went to college, there wasn't a lot of opportunities for myself and the other actors that I was at college with. So I ended up setting up a theatre company while I was still studying. And me and my classmates went kind of out on the road with various plays. We were very fortunate. When we graduated, I'd won some awards for basically creating work for my classmates while I was at college, and I created a theatre company. I got really lucky, and I produced one of the biggest shows in Scotland in the past 20 years. A show called Singing I'm No Billy's a Tim. So I did that, and since then I've been delivering workshops for kids throughout the country, and we've done it in Canada, America, we've been to Holland and France and delivered workshops. So tonight I'm in my hometown. I'm in Rutherglen. So this is all local kids that I'm working with. But as I say, it's not my class tonight. I'm just covering for somebody who couldn't make it.
Oh, and that is amazing, because we had the same thing, actually, believe it or not, because obviously with our guest last week, he was saying the same. It's kind of like he wasn't what you'd class as very academic, and he kind of knew that he wanted to go into like acting, because that's what he was good at. But there's absolutely the opportunities for young people at school regarding they're just not great, are they?
And I think as well, if I'm being absolutely honest, is the arts are very inclusive of a lot of the protected characteristics. But one of the characteristics that isn't protected is class. And if you're working class in the arts, it's very, very hard to get a breakthrough, because a lot of the time it's short notice. You have to drop everything and run to London for an audition. You might get a four week run of a play somewhere, and you have to give up your job to go and do it, and then just try to get a job back and start again. So a lot of it comes down to finance, and obviously, if you're from a well-to-do background, essentially, and there's mum and dad that have got the finances to back you going to drama college and stuff, then it's a bit easier to get on. Obviously, still have to have talent. There's no doubt about that. You know, you've got to be a good storyteller. But
I don't know. I've seen some, Scott, and I can honestly say it.
That was you saying that. That wasn't me. That was you.
I can say what I like. That's what I love about this.
But I seen in one of your videos you had Charlie Lawson on, and I worked with Charlie a few years ago, and yeah, exactly. I mean, Charlie's a fantastic storyteller. It's a gift to work with somebody like him, and yeah, Charlie he kind of great. He was very kind. He came and worked with my company. What was that? 5 years ago. So obviously you know that you went over Charlie's career, but for somebody of his standard and his experience to come and work with a wee guy from Glasgow at a theatre company, you know, that was very kind as well. And you need that, I suppose. You need folk that have paved the way to maybe reach out a hand every now and again, help you on your way. So I try and do the same now. Obviously, I'm not putting myself in the same experience as Charlie, you know, but what you call it? But it's the sort of thing I try and do with these kids. If you can come in and do a workshop and help them in some way, shape, or form, benefit from your experience and some of the mistakes you've made in your own career, you try and pass on. What not to do.
And I think that's the good thing that's about young people, and it's like and like you're saying about Charlie, I mean, don't knock yourself, do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, because anybody who just gives young people the time of day, you just, you know what I'm saying, you know it's appreciated, because they're so underestimated, the youth nowadays. Now, obviously, you know, I'm from obviously like Birmingham, and I know you're from Scotland. And it's kind of, and it's like what you say, is it is like about a class divide. But I absolutely love a statement that you've made, and I think it's actually on your website, and it's so true. It's where you put, it's not where you start.
And that, I'll give you an idea. There's a number of reasons of that. One is my start out in life was growing up with a single mum. Didn't see my dad for 30 years until I was a man, and I was in care. So there's an aspect of that, and I'm writing a book about it just now, and that's the idea. It's not where you start, but the other part of it is really about my arts background start as well, because I went to college and I didn't even know what a monologue was. I was 21 years old, and my wife said to me, she was my wife at the time, but it was my girlfriend Karen, she's now my wife, she said, "Why don't you go to college?" And she brought home a prospectus for an acting course, and I said to her, because I sing in the karaoke when I'm out with the football team, doesn't mean that, do you know what I mean? I'm sure there's a lot more to it than just, you know, having a bit of confidence after a couple of lagers. And I went into the class and I didn't even know what a monologue was, and I graduated with my own theatre company, and I produced the biggest show in Scotland. In many ways, I was the bumblebee. I shouldn't have been able to do what I did, because I didn't even. And now when I'm working with the kids downstairs, or I'm working with the kids in general, I normally say to them, "Do you know what a monologue is?" And they say, "Of course we know what a monologue is, Scott." And I say, "Well, you're way ahead of me. Jimmy, you're way ahead of me. I didn't know what a monologue was when I walked into the classroom." So yeah, in many ways, it's not where you start. Do you know what I mean? And I've been very, very privileged to be on movie sets and on TV shows and in theatres all around the world. I've worked in Italy. I've worked in Helsinki in Finland. It's been incredible. Worked all over the world, and the arts has been great.
And that again is kind of like, you know, that's just a tribute to you as an actor. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you're saying, you know, you're actually a multi-award winning. You've won awards for your acting, for your directing, for obviously, you know, your we've just.
There's been a lot of fundraising and stuff, but I mean, there's a lot of amazing people that contribute to make that work, you know. And yeah, it's nice. Like anything, it's nice to get recognised for anything you do, for what you do in projects you've done. That's really nice. And sometimes I think they help. You know, I think sometimes if you got that on your CV, it can help you in an audition. Sometimes it can help you in a room. But yeah, it's normally after. I normally say to people, it's a sickening work ethic. You've got to have a sickening work ethic to get ahead of anybody. A bit like any profession, I suppose. Do you know what I mean? Like to get an opportunity, you've got to be willing to do something somebody else wasn't willing to do. And a lot of the time, that's putting in work. When I was at college, I was working night shift in the supermarket. I was filling the shelves in the supermarket. And I was going to college during the day, and I was surviving on 3 and 4 hours sleep. But I had to do that. I was staying with my mum as a single mum, and she needed my rent money. So I mean, she needed me to put the money into the house. I remember when I said to my mum I was going to college, you know, most parents are like, "Oh, great," and stuff like that. My mum said to me, "You can't go to college. I need your dig money. I need your rent money."
My mum fleeced me a while.
Earn enough money to give my mum. Yeah. I was like, how do you earn the money? How do you earn the money and go to college? And the only way I could find out was, you know, I remember reading a book somewhere that said, there's 24 hours in a day, and there's 24 hours in a day for poor people and for rich people. It's what you do with the 24 hours. And I thought, right, I'm going to need to stretch these hours. And I was working a 10-hour night shift. I would arrive in college in the morning, still had my Safeway uniform on. It was Safeways I used to work in.
Oh my God!
I would arrive at college with my
How
uniform
old
still
are
on.
you? How old are you? Look at you, little baby face self. Yeah, because we've got Michelle here going, oh my God, isn't he cute? As if in a while since you've been called cute.
Yeah, well, I'm 38 this year. I've been 38, so yeah. But I've got my wee baby face there. Probably that. I can never grow a beard. I can't grow a beard. When I went into Outlander, I was like, it's never going to happen. I'm never going to be a big hairy Scotsman. It's not going to happen. A big beard. I was never going to be a big hairy Scotsman.
I can. I'll send you some tips. I'm telling you now. Now, you did mention earlier about a couple of pints and karaoke. What's your go-to karaoke song?
I like Dakota by Stereophonics.
I used to smash out Bat Out of Hell by Meatloaf.
I can't argue with that. And again, I'd imagine you're a performer, not just a singer. Do you know what I mean? That's the difference with karaoke. I say to people, you're not just singing it, you're performing. It's a big difference.
I think it was the collapse at the last line. The collapse onto the floor, just gasping for breath. That was the performer in me. It really was. Now, obviously, you mentioned because you do. See, I've got so much to cover, and it's like I could chat with you for ages. I really, really could. We've got Stevie here who said, "Can you just say whereabouts in Scotland are you from?"
I'm from a place called Rutherglen, which is a royal borough. It's called the Royal Borough of Rutherglen. And my granny sadly passed away a few years ago. My granny used to think that Rutherglen was like, it was the Queen had given us the royal borough. I think she thought we got more money than other areas because it was a royal borough. But it's classed as outside of Glasgow, but it was part of Glasgow a few years ago until they moved the lines on a map somewhere. So now we're called South Lanarkshire. But I'm a Glasgow boy.
Now, see, this again goes to, obviously, with a lot of kind of like the charity work that you do don the shorts and the football boots, don't you, quite often?
Yes, I love it. I'll tell you, I'm coming back to Charlie Lawson. I did a charity football match with Charlie a few years ago down at Blackpool, and that was the veterans against the celebrities. And it's a dream to go. You're out there playing against ex-footballers and stuff, and it's a dream. I played against Ali McCoist, and I'd known Ali McCoist as a wee boy, and he came up to me. We're about 80 minutes into the game, and he said to me, he said, "Big fella," he said, "you've been the best player in the park by a mile." At that point, I was 34, and I'm like, I wish I was 24 when he said that to me. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think we're all dreaming of Soccer Aid. Everybody wants to get a gig on Soccer Aid. That's our dreams to get down to Wembley for that.
It's kind of like, I know they have like a rest of the world sort of, they have obviously, I mean, I watched it the other week and stuff, but it's kind of like, well, obviously, the rest of the world, I suppose, is Scotland, isn't it? I wasn't great at geography, but like, because obviously Balls to Cancer, we sort of, we reinvented last year our All-Stars football tournament, and it was absolutely fantastic because we had we had our All-Star Balls to Cancer celebrities versus our pay-to-play players, and the celebs, they just won 4-3. But it was absolutely fantastic. And it was so much so a success that we've actually arranged one for next year.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, count me in. If you need the body, I'm in. I love a game of football. Yeah.
My people, I'll message you. June. It's already penciled in for June, but that'll be amazing. So obviously, with like being Glasgow, there's obviously you've got the two big teams, haven't you? It's like, who do you support?
I grew up on the blue side of the city, which was my half of the bedroom, but my brother was the green side, so we shared a bedroom. So there was literally a line down the middle of the bedroom where he had his posters and I had my posters. But obviously, I did the play. The play that I did for 5 years was Billy and Tim. It was about a Rangers fan and a Celtic fan who both got arrested on the day of the match for non-payment of fines, and they end up in a prison cell together.
You're fictional.
Well, based on some true events, but that was great. We went to Northern Ireland and stuff like that. Went to Dublin with it. It was an incredible experience. And to be honest, being a young boy from Glasgow, I thought I knew all about sectarianism growing up in Glasgow, and obviously going to Northern Ireland and stuff. And just getting your eyes open to what people had experienced over there. And I think what I realised is that in Glasgow we have the football match, and we kind of have what they call over here is like a 90-minute bigot. So for 90 minutes, people have get maybe even extreme views or saying silly things and stuff. But when we went to Northern Ireland, we realised that the people over there have had to live with the consequences of sectarianism. Whereas in Scotland, it's 4 times a year there's this match on, and it gets a bit daft for a day. But obviously in Northern Ireland, that people lived with the consequences of it, and it was a big education going over there. But it was great to do the play. It was great to, we did the play in prisons. We did it in Berlin prison. We did it in Greenock prison to the lifers. And going to Northern Ireland was like our Johnny Cash moment, doing the Folsom Prison Blues in the prison. That was going to Northern Ireland about the play was a big moment for us. But we really enjoyed telling the story, and it brought people together. Most importantly. That was a nice thing. Because I remember the guys after the show, the Irish boys were coming out and they're saying they were just laughing their heads off, saying it's got nothing to do with you as these 2 Glaswegians in a prison cell shouting these mad things at each other. So it was a great experience.
So what do you reckon to my Stevie G then?
Yeah, he seems to be doing a good job. You can't argue. When when somebody's winning, that you're not going to hear any complaints from anybody. That's
that's kind of one. I like him at the moment, Dee. I mean, I say mine as if he is mine.
Yeah, well, that's it. You're Stevie.
That's what you say. It's very true, isn't it? It's all so amazing when you're winning, but the second you lose a game, that's when it all goes downhill. It really is.
A bit like England and the Euros there. I mean, a lot of people maybe thought that like Jack Grealish should be playing and stuff, but when they get to the final, it's hard to argue with what Gareth Southgate was doing because they got to the final. They hadn't been to a final in a long time, so you can't argue it. So nobody's going to argue if you're winning.
So obviously, we've hit the thing, obviously, I've learned a lot from this because I've actually learned that Scotland is a country in its own right. I'm only joking. Do you ever think...
A bad connection.
You're a good teacher, Scott. You're a good teacher. Do you ever think, even with regards to, it's like, because, I have this conversation because predominantly, like, my family's Irish, yeah? So...
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, you can go off, people. It's like Mark saying you need to be careful because I do actually patrol the changing rooms. And security, they keep trying to throw me out, but it never works. Do you think we could ever do you ever think there'll come a time where you could sit in a pub maybe and there'll be a Scotsman who would actually say, well done, England? I don't, because I don't.
No. I would just pause for dramatic effect there. Just pause for dramatic effect.
Do you know, I can see why you're such an amazing actor, because that pause was just fantastic.
Well, I think the Scots don't mind England even getting to the final. But as long as they didn't win it, that would be
So, and this is the thing, I just sit here and go, I don't care, I'm Irish. But I must admit, I got a little bit excited, at the final, honestly. But no,
it was incredible. It's an incredible achievement, absolutely incredible achievement.
So what's coming up? Because obviously, it's like we noticed it's like if we talk about like even the BBC is so segregated because you've done some amazing shows that I presume we can catch on iPlayer, can't we? Because it's a
lot of the stuff is. If you go to my website, and it's just scottkyle.co.uk. There's clips of all the different stuff I've done and been in, and you can watch a lot of them on Amazon and stuff like that. There's like Outlanders obviously is on Amazon and Netflix. I think Kijaki's on Netflix and stuff like that. So.
And that's the thing, because we actually had on a while ago, we had Richard Ashton, who was the original Outlander.
Right. Yes. Wow.
Because me and him starred in a BAFTA-nominated movie together,
Woohoo!
It's not where you start, Scott. It's not
that's
where
it, exactly. That's it. No. My mum's got a saying. She said it's tough at the top, but it's even tougher at the bottom.
Well, let's say I'm going through the tougher bit then, yeah. It's a slow, steady climb. No, but honestly, and it's like I say, but I really do want to watch that. What you were just talking about,
the Kijaki movie, the war movie.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an incredible. It's a true story, and it's kind of it's always very relevant. The incident depicted in the story happened on the 6th of September, and that, so September's always a big month, and Corporal Mark Wright lost his life in the incident, and I played Stu Pearson, who was there on the day, and Stu stood on a mine that day, and the boys found themselves in a Russian minefield in the middle of Afghanistan, and they didn't have the winch helicopters to come and get them out. And there's a thing they call it's the golden hour, where if they rescue you in an hour, there's a chance you'll survive. And those guys there were there for 4 or 5 hours before the winch helicopters could get them. So it's a true story. It was an incredible honour to go and represent the fellas that were in the minefield that day, and the regiment and the army in general, kind of the paras in the army. So it was an incredible experience, and something I'll never forget. And I think I've been lucky with the projects I've done. So sometimes you don't get to the chance to kind of maybe be choosy, right? If a job comes along, most actors tend to take a job, but I'm quite grateful that I think the right jobs have found me. And what I mean by that is that everything I look at on my website, there's nothing I'm trying to hide in terms of projects. I go, I hope they don't ever see that one. There's nothing I'm going, I took that one because I needed the job. But everything I've done, I'm really proud of, and I continue to be a champion for each project. I'm still involved with, I still see Stu Pearson, who I played in the movie. Stu came at the BAFTAs with us last year. So we took Stu to the BAFTAs. We got a table at the BAFTAs, and we brought Stu with us. My wife and I bumped into Stu in Cyprus, believe it or not, and he was having a bit of a laugh. So he put up on social media he was in Cyprus, and I was in Cyprus, my wife, and I messaged him when we met up, and then he started telling people. He said, Scott's such a dedicated actor. He even continues to follow you around the world after he's played you in the movie. So he's going to there even after the movie. So,
oh, God bless, honestly, God. And I think, Sue has hit the nail on the head here, and she said, you just come across as so humble and so genuine, which is like really nice to see, because as we know, there are a lot out there that you probably wouldn't say.
I've no idea what you mean.
Humble and genuine. I've had a few on here, Scott. But listen, honest to God, thank you so much for just sparing, just this little bit of time to pop on here and have a chat. And I've completely ignored everyone there, because I can honestly say you like me, you do love to talk, and I did struggle a while. I thought, I'm never going to get words in edgeways, and I don't normally have trouble there.
I need to get better at 10-word answers. I need to get better at that. Just 10 words. Like, Scott remembers a tennis match.
It must be a Celtic kind of thing. What can I say? But listen, we will let you get back to your students, honest to God, and just keep doing what you're doing. You're absolutely amazing. And guys, everyone, we will post a link to Scott's website and just have a look. And like I said, there's some amazing, amazing shows there. And we wish you all the best for the future. And we will see you, fingers crossed, next
June for the football. Sounds good. Yeah.
Oh,
and I hope as well, for folk watching just now, I do an annual Highlander Fling every year. And the Fling event it's actually on this Saturday night in Glasgow. And essentially, it's a big ceilidh, and it's a big show, and it's a chance for these students I work with to showcase themselves to the world, because a lot of the Outlander fans from all over the world watch this event, and they travel for it as well. So we've got a children's choir, we've got break dancers, the kids that do break dancing are performing. We've got a youth ceilidh band playing. We've got a swing band. And we've got the big pipe band and the Highland dancers. So that's all happening in Glasgow this weekend. And,
you live stream it, Scott?
We don't live stream it in case anything goes wrong on the night, and we don't want the whole world to see something. So
welcome to Thursdays.
But we do have a film crew there, so we film it all and we edit it. But I'm sure somebody will be live streaming it on the internet. That's the nature of it. But
good old social media.
Yeah,
but honestly, when that's done, just let us know, and then we can all have a good watch, because I just agree, because I've got it here. I was going to talk about it, but I've just looked, and I can't believe I've just been talking to you for time's really gone. I was going to say, well done, congratulations, and fingers crossed. You never know, because is it once a year or is it a couple of times?
We do it in Glasgow once a year, but we've got one in New England. That's in October. We do one in Canada every June. For my birthday, we go to Canada. We've done one in France. We've done one in Holland. So essentially what it is, it's people that I've met from my work who are happy to say, I know a hall or I know a place and we'll have a big party. And we just build a giant event based on whoever wants to come. We just have a big party. So it's kind of great. It's just a chance for people that have maybe seen a movie or came and supported a play or something you've been into to come and meet us. And I bring cast members with me for different things. So I was chinning Charlie. Charlie's in Belfast, I think he is, this weekend, and he's not able to come at the Fling. So I was chinning him. But Charlie's always good for a few beers at the Fling as well. So...
You never know. We know how to throw a good party there. We might even have a Birmingham Fling.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, a Birmingham Fling. That's it. We get a Ceilidh band and a hall and we're away. That's it.
Sorted and beer on tap. Honestly, Scott, all the best. I can't wait to catch up on the Fling and on social media and everything. But you know, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for popping along. You're absolutely amazing, and can't wait to see you in them shorts and stuff. Would you play football in a kilt?
Oh, you could, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Go on, be
remember, Scotsmen don't wear anything under a kilt. That's not what you want
I
to
know. Imagine that.
Don't imagine that. No, don't imagine it.
Don't forget the charity you're representing will be Balls to Cancer. Ideal, Scott. Ideal. Listen, thank you so much. Yes, he was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for popping on, and we wish you all the best. And see you, fingers crossed, next June.
Okay, thank you, and I'll speak to you soon, all right?
All right, take care.
Right, bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Get back to them kids, they've probably wrecked the room.
Yeah, probably have downstairs. See you
later. Take care, Scott.
Bye.
Oh, bless. How lovely was he? Honest to God. Andy's asking for subtitles. So I've steamed up, but not steamed up like that. I've steamed up through hot flushing. And I can't see an absolute thing. Hello, Jane. Yes, he was. He was absolutely lovely. So that'll be great. I think we can set it. Well, yeah, I think he'll be first. I think we will actually, believe it or not, make him play in a kilt. I think that'll be absolutely fantastic. See, Andy, I was. See, everyone will tell you. I was absolutely dreading the Lawrence Fox interview, and I actually had a really good laugh. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. But again, it just goes to show, isn't it? We judge. We're a culture of judges. We judge a lot of people before we actually even get the chance to get. Well, I want to say get to know them, just chat to them for like 10, 15 minutes. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. He was, Elaine. He really was. And here's what I love about Elaine. She's like, I've Googled, I haven't got a clue who he is, but I'm going to tune in anyway. And that's the thing, you know, it's kind of brilliant. But I've got a corker coming up next week. I'm just so looking forward to next week. And then the week after, let's just say it's going to be a battle of the Brummies. So we will be having a battle of the Brummies. And again, I'm kind of like, you know, will I be able to get a word in edgeways? But trust me, people, you know me. Ask Auntie Dee. I always have the last word. I'll just delete them from the studio and go, told you. Yes, so there you go. So that one will be absolutely fun. See, what did I say? Guess who's just come on? Fitzy. Balls to Cancer, males football team. Your timekeeping is absolutely useless. So, right, before we go, we'd just like to say thank you to everyone for tuning in tonight. A massive thank you to Scott, the guest. Please pop a visit to ballstocancer.com. Have a look at the website. They've got some amazing new merch on there. And that's where you can also purchase tickets for the ball. Katie's charity raffles page on Facebook. They've still got some amazing events coming up. I think the next one's a drag night. It should be absolutely fantastic. And some raffles, obviously raising funds for Balls to Cancer. Stevie, you're welcome, sweetie. There you go. See, powers that be. Just keep posting the link. What can you say? So please follow, support. donate whenever you can. If you can do if it's your birthday coming up, just create a little fundraiser, all for the amazing Balls to Cancer, because the need is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I might not answer your calls, Catherine, but I'll give you a shout out and ask Auntie Dee. No, get in there. Baby steps, baby steps. Right then. So what I'm going to do is back to bed. I'm going to go back to bed. Joyce Rumley, you take care, my lovely. Teresa, good luck picking up your NTA award. I'd be really pissed off if she's getting in, she won't be getting an NTA award, but she might actually. Maybe she's like in disguise. She's in here in disguise, and she's some great big TV star like myself. Not great big, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so there you go. So everybody stay safe, stay well. Kids, do good at school. I ain't even pay no mind to Stevie Whitfield because I actually haven't mentioned food. I haven't, have I? I'll mention McDonald's. That's because I fell asleep. But Stevie's having chicken curry. I don't know what I'm going to have. I'm going to go out and raid the kitchen because I haven't got hashtag girl child here tonight either. She's having a night away from home. Work. Yes, you decide on that one. But it can't begrudge her that, I suppose. She's probably just fed up with listening to my voice. So, guys, until next week, please carry on supporting. McDonald's isn't food. Yeah, but Gerard don't know that, Mark. It's fine. Yeah, true. He'll probably be down in 10 minutes actually for like a midnight snack. He's really peed off because he's on curfew. Everything has to go off at 11 o'clock. Oh, he's got such teenage faces. You know, the ones that they pull when they can't stay up till like 5 o'clock in the morning and get up at 7. But hey ho, that's kids. This mama rules this roost. You laughing at? She don't really. They do walk all over me, if I'm honest with you, but I'm too soft. So Madge is on an aeroplane. Hashtag girl child not coming home. Hashtag boy child's upstairs. He's getting a bit rowdy now, so you can tell it's nearly 8 o'clock. So until next week, my beautiful people, it's over and out, and see you on the flip side. Love you all loads, and this is where it takes about an hour now for this broadcast to end. Look after yourself. Till next week. Goodbye. Can you hear him now? No.